Hello and welcome to Tasting with Mike and Matt. I'm Mike Veach, and this is my partner in crime, Matt Kohorst.
Howdy.
And today we are going to taste Knob Creek 15-year-old.
All right.
This is something Rosemary got through their whiskey drop program.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember exactly what it cost, but I'm sure it was quite expensive.
Yeah. At least over 120, probably, maybe 150, something
somewhere
like
along there.
that. Yeah.
But it's 15 years old, 100 proof, and Knob Creek.
Here we go.
Yes. You know, and Knob Creek's a really decent bourbon for, you know, just the regular Knob Creek is actually a pretty good value for the price.
Oh, yeah, the 9-year-old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
9-year-old 100 proof.
Do that for like $30, $35.
Yeah. So, you know, I don't mind trying some of their older stuff and more expensive stuff, but I'll be honest with you, I'll be surprised if I think it's that much better than the 9-year-old. You know.
Yeah, there's kind of a sweet spot in that.
Yeah.
Like, sitting in the barrel, right? And that's...
Well, I love the color. I mean, that's a real nice, rich amber color.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And knows it. Lots of oak.
Lots of oak immediately.
A little bit of that Jim Beam leather tobacco. I'm getting... Surprisingly, I'm not getting as much caramel or vanilla as I would have expected.
Yeah, it's a lot of leather and tobacco
Yeah.
and oak. Yeah. It's probably because of that 15-year-old, right?
Right.
You're getting all that
Yeah, and there's an underlying note of fruit.
dark fruit.
Yeah, it's a dark fruit, maybe, you know, prunes, raisins, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm. Now as it it's opening up a little bit. I'm getting a little like caramel in there.
Let me just try warming it for a second or two. Maybe, you know, when you warm the whiskey, it helps release the aromas.
Right.
Let's see. Yeah, definitely you get that caramel starts to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's taste it and see what it...
Now, to me, it still tastes like the Knob Creek 9, but just maybe a little too much barrel influence on it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, actually, I'm pleasantly surprised. I was expecting a lot more barrel wood at 15-year-olds than this has.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still, to me, this is still good.
It is good.
But it's borderline. A little more oak, and I think it would start getting bitter.
Right, yeah. It's sitting right there.
It's sitting right there on the edge of that threshold, you know.
Yeah. I like the 12 a lot. And I think for me, like, I think I did a blog on how much I liked the 12. And I think it beat out the 15 and the 9. You know? Maybe 12's like that perfect year in the barrel. I don't know. Probably all different, of course, for every...
I mean, but I'm definitely...
This is good, though.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of oak up front, but I'm getting that caramel, and I'm definitely getting some of that fruit. You know, is it raisins, plums, dried apricots, something in that? No, you know, the wood is so heavy on it, it's covering it.
Yeah, right. So that's something to take in. You know, like a lot of people search out for the older the better, but that's not a true statement.
Older is not better. Better is better.
There you go. It's that easy.
It's that easy. You know, I've had some old whiskeys that were just out of this world good, but I've had some old whiskeys that you might as well be chewing on a barrel stave.
Yeah, yeah.
You know. So let's see what a cranberry here does for it. Surprisingly, not as much as I thought it might do.
Not really. It almost just, it kind of took the fruit away from me
Yeah.
and just kind of enhanced maybe like that tobacco-y, oaky.
Yeah, leathery.
Leathery. Which I think
It also kind of took the spice out of it.
Yeah.
You know, in that first one, I was getting a little bit of a peppery spice or something, but don't get it with the cranberry.
Yeah.
But what I do get is more caramel,
Yeah.
particularly on the finish. I mean, it made the finish very short but very sweet.
Yes, yeah. I would say I would go with it neat over the cran. Just gotta do like that longer finish, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not bad, it's just...
Well, let's try it with the pecan.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's cleanse our palate first.
I was gonna ask you, while we're trying a 15-year-old, like how, on average, you know, loose average, how much would the angel share be on like a 15-year-old?
Well, you figure you lose 5% the first year plus 3% of what's remaining for every year afterwards.
Okay.
So you can figure that after 15 years, you've probably lost right around 45 to 50% of what's in the barrel.
Wow.
So you went from 53 gallons down to, 26, 27.
That's interesting. Yeah, I had no idea. Okay.
Yeah, that's one reason why the older stuff is so expensive.
Yeah. Just less of it at the end of the day.
Now the pecan, I think,
I
really,
think that was great.
yeah.
Brings out like...
It brings out that more of the fruit, more of like a citrus, apricot, lots of pepper spice,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and less of that
Chewy.
oak and tobacco, and more or leather and tobacco, and more of the oak.
Mm-hmm.
And then the finish is just like really, I'm getting just a note of dark chocolate with the oak and that peppery spice.
Yeah.
And maybe just a hint of that lingering citrus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get like a little peanut buttery, like right about here. Yeah, and then like you said, I mean, oak and spice and like, yeah, very flavorful. I mean, I think that was by far my favorite sip
Yeah.
of the Knob Creek 15.
So, Knob Creek 15, Jim Beam, you're doing a good job.
All right. Try it with pecan.
Try the pecan, yeah. Cheers.